This playthrough is rated M for mature. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of AI, the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we found the knife hidden under Ota's bed, which I think what it was is he was hiding evidence. But for what reason? Well, we're going to find out why, because it's going to be sadder than we expect. At least that's the theory, anyway. So before we interrogate him, let's look over the evidence. And like the previous encounter, if you get it all right in the first go, there's a trophy for it. So.
Okiura Fishery is a company owned by Mizuki's grandfather. However, the management team changed 17 years ago. It currently has no connections to the Okiura family. And allegedly, Mizuki's grandfather was raised by dolphins.
Now, is that story still there? If you asked her about that? Oh, no, I think you have to talk to her about that, so never mind.
A video camera and laptop were discovered in the warehouse. Either could have been left by the criminal, but determining the owner through purchase history will be difficult. No fingerprints were picked up either. Todoroki Man chocolate. This was discovered in the corner of the warehouse. Mayumi Matsushida's fingerprints were found on the package. Mayumi purchased the chocolate yesterday at 10:33 p.m. The purchase was made at an 812 convenience store. The store was located approximately 100 yards from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon. 2 cars were parked in front of the warehouse. One was the van owned by the Matsushida family. Ota's fingerprints were detected on the driver's seat and steering wheel. Iris's fingerprints were detected on the passenger seat. The other car was a station wagon. Yesterday at 10:33 p.m., Ota stole this station wagon. It was parked at the Famisto along Koshu Highway. Ota explained his reasoning for stealing the car. He claims that while he was inside the Famisto, someone took off with the van, with Iris still inside. Ota decided to steal the station wagon parked nearby to give pursuit. Ota searched for the van in his stolen vehicle. Our investigation determined that Iris and the van were taken 1 minute before Ota stole the station wagon. This puts the incident occurring at 10:32 p.m. The polar bear dropped the weapon in Ota's somnium. It was the floral pattern kitchen knife. On the handle were the words, "Mom, I love you always." Date. From this, we can conclude that the knife...
I know.
But anyway, without looking over the evidence, we can tell that what we need to do to prove that she was, or at least have a pretty good idea that she was there, is the chocolate. Take that! I took it out of my pocket and showed him.
The Todoroki Man chocolate.
The same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought. I could tell it wasn't my mom even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
Why are you covering for her?
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse, but you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
You're hiding everything. Can you actually still check? No, you can't. You have to show evidence. It's one of those screens. The overlay is different. So, all right. Anyway, what is Oda hiding? Well, the floral pattern knife, of course. Take that!
The kitchen knife with a floral pattern. Mom, I love you always is carved on the handle.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs.
You were stabbed by that very same knife.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And? Mom never liked Tessa. So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa, and she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know. I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen. I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it. Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You do?
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris. Because...
Well, probably because of the cars. But anyway, it's the chocolate and the cars. Nothing else would mean anything in this case. So probably process of elimination.
The Matsushida's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famista while Iris was in the car. That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover. I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone. Right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Matsushita Diner, Monday, 10:11 p.m.
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita. But I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
I finally remembered about the warehouse. I did it. I did everything.
Police headquarters, Tuesday, 10:04 a.m.
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest. I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch, I took her to the warehouse, and...
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
yes.
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her immediately.
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
Oh, was she joking? I think she was joking, because I was about to say, even if someone confesses, you still need, like, as far as I understand, confession does help, but they still need evidence in court. You know, confession is really strong, but you still need evidence to back it up just to make it a solid case. I don't know all the details. I just know you can't just go by confession alone, despite you wanting it to be like that. Because then you could it helps against appeals and all this other stuff. All right, doesn't seem like there's much else to explore. We see the crazy old lady for who she is, but we know she has dementia. So I mean, we saw it in her brain. So maybe looks tense. Were you the one who stabbed Oda? Yeah, Mom.
Well,
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
yes, I stabbed him with the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me, and then it just...
And then it just happened. The knife just kind of happened to slip inside. You know, just asked it a question. It's like, can I come inside that? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Why do you want to stream it online?
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
I can't explain it in words. It's more like muscle memory. I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Yeah, sure. Just muscle memory. All right. Where'd you get the camera and laptop then, if that's true?
I picked them out of the garbage.
Which garbage?
I don't remember. It's true. I planned the whole thing.
Uh-huh. Sure you did. We know who planned it, but we'll go on with this line of dialogue. Why'd you kidnap Iris then?
My son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry. I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
I mean, what he does with his money is his own business. I mean, yeah, you want to protect him, but I think there's other ways to, if you truly did that, I think there's other ways to help him out. Why'd you take out her eye then? Yeah, what was up with that, weirdo?
Because I just hated her so much. Killing her wasn't enough.
Even though it sounds similar to, like, other crimes going on, you know, about the Cyclops killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out. Same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
Oh, but if you take the fall for them, you're letting, like, the actual killer go free. What are you trying to do, lady? What was your motive then? Huh? Yeah, motive. We tend to forget that, don't we?
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works? He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate. That man is the root of all evil. That's why I killed him.
I mean, that may be true, but... Oh, wait, I mean, you didn't actually do it. What's the... why'd you kill Shoko then, huh? What's her tie into this?
Renju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
In your opinion? I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me. I answered your questions, so there.
So perfect. It's perfect. Airtight. Nothing wrong with it at all. When and how did you kill her then?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder. I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular. There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind. This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Yeah, I mean, we know that, but... well, I don't know everything about dementia, but... Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Renju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
I am the killer! I am!
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota...
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date, sync with her.
Well, that sounds vulgar.
Pewter, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
What happened?
The sync machine isn't operating to capacity. Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
I let Boss and Pewter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
Why would Mayumi lie?
She is probably protecting someone.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Well, her boy. Her baby boy! The passenger seat. Or the passenger seat, yeah, well, why not? The glove box. Yes, that's important to protect. You need to protect the glove box, man. Center console, wheel. Yeah, we're not getting any. I gotta check anyway, folks. You never know where the hidden mystery or comedy is related. I've been sitting in the passenger seat. Well, it's gotta be Iris, right? Duh.
Mayumi hates Iris. I doubt she would protect her.
You're right.
I'm just testing you, Iba. I mean, it's gotta be the congressman. She likes her politicians.
Congressman Sejima has no connection to Mayumi. Or do you know something I don't?
No, sorry. Just a guess.
No need to apologize. I know that the brilliant mind of Kaname Date wouldn't waste my time throwing out random guesses. I am sure I will agree with you once you explain your reasoning. In detail.
You don't have to bully me. I was just thinking out loud.
Your passive aggressiveness does not suit you well, my dear. Mizuki, of course, my
This is
adopted.
bad. His condition is worsening. Perhaps we need to increase the dose. Or reduce it?
I can hear you muttering, you know.
That joke seems to be running on quite often. I wonder. Nah, it's probably nothing. Well, obviously Oda, the man-child himself.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Impossible.
Why?
Well, I mean, there's no reason for him to kill Shoko, or maybe Renju for some like weird white knightishness against for Iris, but not both of them. No, that's not enough of motivation for. I guess we just ask her all the questions. Well, Iris had her eye taken out, and Oda would never do that. You know, as obsessive as he is. Although there are obsessive fans that will weirdly hurt the people they obsess over just to keep them or something, but yeah, that just seems way too aggressive.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
No, you make a point when you pull it like that. When you pull supposeds out of your ass, I guess so. The fan stole in that Femi store or whatever.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
Can't you also wipe down your fingerprints too, with the right amount of time and effort? In yesterday's Somnium, Oda and the polar bear, they were getting it on.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
I don't understand, man. I'm just an elected official.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
And then there's also the fact that Iris said something to, or whispered something to Mayumi that we didn't hear, and then she just said Ota and walked off after them, so we don't know what Iris said to her, so... Why would they do that, though? Other than...
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Shoko and Renju were both exposed and slayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
We can't rule anything out.
Alright, time to go to the diner and actually collect the clues. 11:15 a.m. While we wait for Peter to fix the damn machine.
Ota? Why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her. Why?
Now he's all pouty, even though he's done his own. You hit me the walk, dude. We're not gonna forget that ever. I don't forget ever those types of slights against my person, ever. And just going through all the rigmarole. Probably no jokey stuff here because of the situation. Although I do prefer this pathway as opposed to the other one. Despite as goofy as it was, you think I'd like the silly stuff more, but I don't know, I'm more invested in this pathway than the other one. Because you could tell it's more jokey, so you don't take... Well, I mean, it had some serious moments. You know what I mean. Yep, seems like we're getting small size, but amazing results. Yeah, nothing really to... That's his kid's chair. Kitchen. Yeah, nothing to counter. Low table. Oops. Guess. Oh, picture frame. That's a photo. Picture in front of it. Okay, we're done. Looks like Ota's calmed down. He's still pouty. Look at them. How old are you, kid? You doing okay?
Okay? How could I be okay? I got stabbed by a serial killer.
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Yeah, being stabbed sucks. Are you worried about Iris?
So worried that my stomach is in knots. The surgery was successful, but they told me she isn't out of the ICU yet.
Are you worried about me? Why are you here, actually?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
Go back to where the heart is, right? Oh, come on. It didn't let me ask the, are you worried about Mayumi? Whatever.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes. But as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying. So we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
But there is something about this situation that perhaps she knows in her brain that can help us, though. Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal!
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
You...
Well, I mean, tell him the truth. Oh, now he has a depressed look on his face. Wah, wah. Did you stage the warehouse incident? Gotta ask the questions.
I'm telling you, I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has... dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
It's wibbly wobbly wixty waxy. Maybe Mayumi's dimension.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area, but... because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor. We were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and Idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Because of owning the land or something like that? That could be a number of things. Debt?
There's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up, so they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay, even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer? Oh, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever, I'll always support you, Ota.
Well, this if you ever want to be a writer, folks, you have to like write and have a job outside of it, because not everyone's going to be like a Tolkien or a J.K. Rowling or a Sanderson or a lot of other writers that are well known. If you're not those people, or you're a celebrity who had someone ghostwrite your biography, then you better be prepared to like write because you like doing it, not because you're going to get a hefty paycheck. Let me tell you about that. Anyway, you lied about the other thing, right?
Yeah. How do you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth, but I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words. To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
Oh, that was a weird cutoff. What were we supposed to expect happen during that? Okay. Anyway. When did her illness start?
Not long after I quit college. Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already!
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Dude, you dropped the F-bomb on your mom. There's like a place in hell for people like you. No, yeah, sorry, that was probably a bit inappropriate at this point, so... Sometimes you gotta put the jokes aside just for a second.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
About that picture?
What's that picture?
I would have turned the frame to me so I could see.
Looking at this photo reminds me. One time, when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit. But I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times. Iva, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
Well, anything else to look at before? No, I guess that's it. Well, the man-child known as Ota. Oh, I forgot to look at cat. No, I didn't think anything would come of that. But the man-child Oda sat us down and told us his sad tale. And I guess Date thinks that he's not the criminal. And I guess we all think we're not the criminal in one way or the other. Will the cold storage warehouse find us something new that we haven't seen before? And will the sync machine be ready to delve into the mind of the mommy with dementia? Find out next time in the next episode of AI, the Somnium Files. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.